Never see me wear a suit of white. Oh, I'd love to wear a rainbow every day and tell the world that everything's okay. But I'll try to carry off a little darkness on my back till things are brighter. I'm the man in black.
Hey YouTube, this is Rock, aka John Rock. What I want to talk about today is something that has definitely been a daily thing that I think about that's affected my life, and some other stuff related to it that my family members are dealing with. I want to talk about being a man of God, being somebody who mans up for your family. And you know, the thing here is, guys, men, if you're complaining that you're not doing good at work, you're not, your relationship's not good at home, not good with your kids, do what I've done. Take a look at your life and look at where you stand with God. And you know, it says in the Bible, and I believe the scripture, I get it correctly here, it says, you know, lead your household. In Ephesians 5:23, it talks about kind of being the spiritual leader of your house and you know, being in charge of your family. It doesn't mean that, you know, your wife or you're subservient to you and she's less than you. It means you're a team. There has to be one, in every teamwork, every business, there has to be one person responsible as a spokesman, you know, somebody who, as a man, you'll hear men say, I'm tired of having to do this and do that, and it's hard at work, wah, wah. Stop crying, be a man about it. Part of being a man is you got to work hard, you got to work late, you sweat, you don't get enough gratitude at work. Your wife might be complaining in your ear, your kids need money, that there's always something going on, and stop whining about it. You're a man. I mean, it's just part of being a man. Women have a different role in life. We all do the same things. They can work just like we work. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that part of who we are as men is we're responsible for our families, and we're responsible for the well-being of their spiritual life. In a lot of households, you know, the women, they're the strong figure in the family, and that's great, but the man should automatically, I would think, unconditionally, naturally take charge of his family and assume responsibility for their success and failures. I mean, it's just, I think it's too often, you know, men, and I've done it too, you know, we blame everything on our childhood. You know, my dad was hard on me. He never hit me, never did drugs, anything like that, but he was hard. I mean, he kind of mentally was hard on me, and he stressed me out and did a lot of things that might be considered rough. But at the same time, I'm not gonna blame all my dad. You know, it's because he did this is why I'm an emotional roller coaster. Or no, man up. You're supposed to, as a male, I would think it would be in your DNA to take charge of yourself. And I mean, it says it in the Bible. You're in charge of your family. If they fail, I hold you responsible. I hold me responsible. Stop whining about it. You know, if you want better things for yourself and you want a better outcome, where's your focus? Are you focused on you? Are you focused on God? Seek first the kingdom of God. He'll provide. I mean, stop complaining about it. I want to say, there's something I tell people at work all the time, that in order to be a good leader, a good spiritual leader, you got to fix yourself. I mean, if you're in a boat and you're trying to save somebody's life, and your boat has a giant hole in the bottom of it, and there's water's leaking in the boat, and it's going underwater, and you're trying to save somebody in the water, what good's it going to do if your boat drowned? I mean, plug the hole in your boat, man. Make sure you're inside, you're good, that your spirit's solid. The only way I'm going to be useful in these videos is if I'm actually in the Word and I'm trying to practice the things I talk about. I mean, I can't be like, yeah, you need to pray and read the Bible, but I don't do either one. I do constantly. So guys, just, I'm going to say it again, man up, fix yourself so you can fix your family. I'm not saying that women aren't capable of it. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying it should be your role as a man naturally to step up and take care of your family. Pray. Don't be afraid to pray. Don't be prideful. Put your hands in the air, pray, close your eyes, ask for forgiveness, make yourself vulnerable. Be humble. Don't be so proud and so, if you and your wife get in a fight and you want to hold a grudge and be mad all day, man, don't do that. Just say, look, I'm sorry. The best thing you can do to someone is just to say, I'm sorry. It's hard at first, but once you practice it, it's pretty easy. I mean, nothing feels better than a selfless apology. I mean, the other person, what are they going to say? Are they going to say, well, how dare you apologize? No, it's not going to cause pain. It's going to cause happiness. They're going to be like, wow, this guy's, he cared enough to apologize. So apologize. Talk to your kids about God. I mean, love on your family. Go to work. Don't complain about going to work. Work hard. It's worth it. I mean, you got to have the horse before the wagon. Old friend taught me that. Like I told you, I don't prepare much for that. I mean, I do prepare, but I don't kind of read right off scripting. But also want to mention bad thoughts. It talks about in 2 Corinthians 10 verse 5 and many other places it talks about bad thoughts. This is kind of a little off subject, but have you ever been through something, your kid gets hurt, whatever, and for just a minute you either get mad at God or you're if he's so great, why would he let that happen? And well, because you don't know the purpose. You don't know what his plan is. If you have any bad thoughts, and I want to say this, and there's somebody out there that needs this word. If you have those bad thoughts, here's what you do. When I was in the military, someone told me this. When someone falls, or if you're having a bad time, or you're dealing with something, and don't look down at the object of your anger. That's the devil tricking you. Don't look down and focus on that. Look down and say, man, this bad thing happened. That sucks. It's terrible. Now that I'm aware of it and it happened, I'm going to take that thought, I'm going to make it prisoner in the back of my mind. I'm not forgetting that it happened. I'm not forgetting that there's a man down. I'm going to acknowledge it. I'm going to respect it. But I'm going to look ahead. I'm going to move forward. So the word here is take your bad thoughts captive. And they're going to pop back up sometimes. It's going to stir you up and make you upset again. That's fine. Take it captive again. It's like a prisoner. If you have something bad afflicting your mind, whether it's divorce or anything else that I talk about, cool, acknowledge it, but leave it captive. Put it in a cell, put it in a jail cell off to the side where it doesn't matter, and focus on what you have to do, especially as a man. I'm talking to men today. Man up. Lock it up and leave it behind. Focus on the new problem, because there's going to be a lot more of them. That's basically all I want to say. I would say, as far as being the man of your household, I try to picture a relationship like a game of chess. You have the king, you have the queen, the pawns, the knights, the rooks. I'm going to say this again. I'm not saying women are less than men or anything like that, because generally we're smarter than we are. But in every game there has to be a king and there has to be a queen. The king, he doesn't really, and this is my opinion, he doesn't really necessarily, he's not a danger to the other pieces, but he is generally going to be the object of the bad guy. If you're the spiritual leader of your house, then you're going to be under attack on a daily basis. It's going to be every day, all day. And the closer you get to God, the closer you walk with Him and you want to be like Him, you're going to get attacked more and more and more. Expect to lose. You're going to lose everything probably. It's fine. It's all for God. It's worth it. But in the game of chess, the queen, she's the dangerous one. She's the strong one. This is my opinion. The queen is the one you have to concern yourself with because she is protecting the king. Without the queen, the king's going to go down. And without the queen, the king's dead. Both pieces have to be in place for you to win the game. And the way I look at it, correlating it to chess, it's a chess game. We need each other to function properly in this thing called life. And just know your role. If you're the leader of your house, assume the responsibility as a leader of the house. That's all there is to it, man. And don't doubt God. If you suffer a loss or you suffer pain, it's cool. He knows what he's doing. I say this a lot. If you feel bad and you forget, God never walks away. It's only us that leaves him and comes back. He never leaves our side. It says it in the footprints painting you see everywhere. He's always there. Even when you know he's not in your own mind, you're wrong. He's always there with us. And remember that. God's awesome. He's everywhere. He's the beginning and the end, the Alpha and Omega. So guys, that was my word for today. I hope it helps somebody out there. And I'd like to tell anyone watching that whoever it is that's in need today, this video is talking to you. And I love you. God bless you. I just hope that you have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching my video. And please, for the sake of the channel, subscribe down below. I need you to subscribe. Please do that for me. Post it, share it, link it to somebody's Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I love you guys. Have a blessed day. Peace.